Welcome to Trinity Lutheran Church and Trinity Lutheran Christian School. We hope that you are having today a blessed day in the Lord. Our devotion today is entitled Willing to Wait, and it comes from James chapter 5, verse 7. Be patient, then, brothers and sisters, until the Lord's coming. See how the farmer waits for the land to yield its valuable crop, patiently waiting for the autumn and spring rains. One of the things that I just find exasperating is when people are late. I can't understand tardies for students and families. I can't understand when a worker is late. I detest it when church is supposed to start at 9 and starts at 9:02. I guess that comes from punching a time clock at one point in my lifetime. If a television show is supposed to start at 7:30, it should be starting at 7:30. And if a basketball game is supposed to have its tip-off at 6:30, that does not mean you're announcing the starting lineups at 6:30. I am an impatient time person. But our Lord tells us to be willing to wait. Waiting can be a culprit in stealing our peace. There's a computer scientist, and I'll certainly butcher his name, Ramesh Sitaraman, who says that universal frustration right now is caused by internet users waiting for a sluggish web browser to load. Probably you've all been in with that. His research says that people are willing to wait an average of 2 seconds for an online video to load, and after 5 seconds, the abandonment rate is 25%. After 10 seconds, half of the users completely desert their efforts. We're impatient. Sometimes we're impatient with hearing our Lord's answers. James encouraged believers in the book of James to not abandon Jesus while they were waiting for answers and while they were waiting for the second coming. Christ's return would motivate them to stand firm in the face of suffering and to love and honor one another. You know, my dad was a farmer, and he's the one that has led me to the impatience with time and that. But I have to admit, he was always patient in dealing with his cattle. He was always patient in waiting for crops to grow, even though he was obsessive compulsive when he had to get the crops in. And I guess even though we get tempted to forsake Jesus while we wait for him, we keep watch. And we wait, as we're told in Matthew chapter 24, verse 42. Remain faithful and live out his character and his ways. Then we'll have a good idea of when Jesus is going to return, and we'll also have a good idea of his answers that he gives us in the face of turmoil and trouble. Today, have a thrilling Thursday in the Lord.